Did you know that a pumpkin spice latte has 380 calories, 50 grams of sugar, and 14 grams of fat? And that's just your average pumpkin spice latte. That's crazy. You're better off just eating the piece of pie. All right, guys, happy Friday. It's Kaylee here from Royally Fit, and I want to talk to you guys about coffee. It's one of the biggest things that we have asked about. Ashley and I are constantly being asked of, how do I make my coffee healthier? Can I still add my dairy into my coffee? I love my cream, etc. So I'm here to talk to you guys today about making it healthier. So one of the first ones we get asked about a lot is Bulletproof Coffee. What are the benefits? They're confused by this whole adding butter to their coffee thing, which sounds really crazy. So first off, there are a ton of health benefits when you're doing the Bulletproof Coffee. Clearly I need my coffee today. So the benefits include increased energy, especially because you're using something that has a lot of fat in it. So it's going to help increase your energy as well as keep you satisfied and keep you full for longer. But as you guys know, Ashley and I don't really like to promote dairy. We try to go dairy-free whenever possible. So what we've done to modify the Bulletproof Coffee is we actually use coconut oil. So instead of the butter, we just grab some coconut oil. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's kind of blurry. We add that in instead. It's still going to give it that healthy, amazing fat. It's going to give it that creamy flavor, but it's not going to have the dairy in it. So with that said, I want to let you guys know that whenever you're making something at home, whether it's a latte, coffee, anything like that, is to experiment. I never really make the exact same recipe twice. I'm always just playing around with it, so don't get obsessed with measuring. The first thing I would say if you're brand new to making something like this on your own is to head to something like Pinterest, where they have endless recipes for anything that you could ever imagine. So if you want to make a turmeric latte, a matcha latte, go on to Pinterest, get the recipe, and then get creative. So today, if you have a chance, click on the link that's above and go to my Instagram. And on my story, I walked you through step by step how I made a matcha latte, which I will be sipping on right now. So there's so many benefits of making it yourself. One being that it's just going to help you actually save money. If you think about the fact that you might go and buy a $7 latte from Starbucks 3 times a week, that's $21 a week. That's up to like $80 a month, which is craziness. So when you're making it at home, you're saving money, but you're also not just saving calories, but you're getting rid of all of the crap and the garbage that's added in. They add their own syrups in. They're filled with sugar and different chemicals. And if you think that because you get the sugar-free syrup, you're doing yourself service, you're not. If it says no sugar and it's a syrup, it just means more chemicals. So we're all about having a healthy approach, keeping things clean, but also making sure that you're still enjoying your stuff. So I want to give you guys some substitutes and kind of go over how you can start making this a daily habit for yourself. So a lot of people feel really overwhelmed of, how am I going to make this? I don't even have any idea. It's actually really simple. So I'm not a huge coffee person. I actually don't have like coffee in the house. If I want coffee, I'll go out and get it, or I'll make Ashley make one for me because she makes the best Bulletproof coffee. So I actually just make a lot of lattes that are like with matcha or turmeric, etc. So I want to just kind of go over the basics with you. So get yourself some sort of non-dairy milk. So I use almond milk. I get this actually from Costco. So I get it in bulk, so I always have it on hand. So you want to make sure you get something dairy-free. So if you prefer coconut milk, whatever you like, that's fine. So if you're doing a latte, you're going to start with that. From there, I always grab a saucepan, put it on the stove, and I get it simmering. And then I decide what kind of latte I want to have today. And what's cool about this, like I said, is it's so versatile. You can add whatever you want. I'm really big into the turmeric lattes right now, so I literally go buy fresh turmeric, and if you can't find fresh, don't worry. You can totally use the powder. Just really try when you're buying things like ginger and cinnamon and turmeric and like spices and stuff to get organic. They're one of the most heavily, I don't know how to word it. They basically get sprayed with the most pesticides because they're coming in from either like not necessarily from Canada, from wherever, and for them to cross the border, they get like super heavily sprayed. So they're actually one of the most, I don't want to say toxic, but most heavily sprayed items that you're going to buy. So that's on one of my list of things that I always buy organic is my spices, unless you're going to grow them yourself, but I don't really think anybody grows their own cinnamon. Okay, so that's how you get started. You'll get your spices like that, you'll get the milk going, and then you're going to decide what you want to do with it. So if you want to do matcha, you want to do turmeric, you want to do ginger. And actually what I've really been into lately is just grabbing tea. So right here I have chai tea, which I'm a huge chai tea fan. And now I just will take the tea bag, throw it in the milk and let it simmer. Sometimes if I want it to be really strong, I'll add 2 tea bags, then I'll add a little bit of maple syrup, a little bit of cinnamon, and then a little bit of vanilla. And it is so delicious. At that point is when you can add the healthy fats. So if you want to, you can add the coconut oil. And also, if you want, and Ash and I do this a lot. Oh, I didn't bring it over here, but that's a chance that you can add the collagen powder that we like to drink. It gets totally masked with the flavor of everything else, and you don't even notice that it's there. So I have it in my latte that I made today, and you can't taste it at all. All right, so I was talking about the Bulletproof Coffee, and I just wanted to kind of go over that a little bit more. Like I was saying, it's really high in omega-3 fatty acids, which is extremely important for our brain health, for our heart health, and just for overall health in general. So I learned this fact a few weeks ago, and don't quote me on it because I read it a while ago, but it was saying that 8% of your brain is actually made of omega-3 fatty acids, which is a huge chunk of your brain. So to make sure that it's working optimally, you want to make sure that you're always giving it that extra boost. So you're getting those omega-3s in your diet. So getting coconut oil in is the perfect way to do so. And don't freak out. I know it's high in calories and it's high in fat, and it's been drilled in our brains that fat is bad and fat makes us fat. But coconut oil is actually a medium chain fatty acid, which means it breaks down differently than your longer chain fatty acids. And it actually is stored, and sorry, it's not stored the same way. It's used for energy. So if you're struggling in the morning to get through your day and you really need that caffeine boost, adding the coconut oil is a great way to sustain your energy. And again, it's going to actually help suppress your appetite and make you eat less throughout the day. So it's really a win-win. It's so healthy, and I completely encourage everybody to start trying it at least once in a while into their drinks. All right, so this is what I want to talk about too. A lot of you guys just like to drink your coffee. You don't care to make a fancy latte. You don't care about any of that. You just want your coffee, and that's amazing. So the problem is nobody really likes to drink it black, and that's fair. It's super bitter. I'm really not a huge fan of it either. I'll do it when I have to, but I don't really like it. So they do like to add that little bit of cream. And as you know, again, Ashley and I really don't push you guys having dairy at all. Of course, once in a while, it's fine. But if you're having coffee every day and you're adding cream in every day, it really does start to add up. So one thing that I found in the health food section, and I know because of the video, it actually appears backwards. But if you can see this is the Silk brand, and it's coconut cream that's made specifically for coffee. So I just add this into my coffee. It tastes exactly like cream to me, and it's so, so good, and doesn't have dairy in it. However, when you are at the store, I just want you to make sure that they have flavored ones now too, because everybody knows that this whole coffee thing is taking off. So you'll still see like coconut and almond milk creamers that are vanilla flavored or cinnamon flavored. Stay away from those unless the ingredients are super clean, but 99% of the time they're not going to be clean. Go with the plain, with the least amount of ingredients, and then you can add your cinnamon and stuff in yourself. So one thing I like to always have on hand with me to kind of give a flavor boost is extracts. So I've got vanilla extract here that I add in. There's also so many different kinds. There's like almond and different nutty ones. So you can add the flavor in yourself while still keeping the ingredients clean, which is pretty cool. And for all of you chocolate addicts, I totally get it. Sometimes you really want like a hot chocolate, or you want to make, I think it's the mochaccino is the one that has the chocolate in it. I don't even know. But again, if you're making it at home, an amazing way to give it that chocolatey taste is to just add in some cacao powder. So cocoa powder and cacao powder are two totally different things. However, if you have cocoa powder on hand, it's fine. It's just that cacao has a lot more antioxidants, and it's more pure and has less sugar. So if you have the choice, if you can go for the cacao, that's great. If not, cocoa's fine. But when you combine the coconut oil and the cacao together, they make the most delicious chocolatey drink. So what I love to do is either just with milk, or if you want to do it with your coffee, you can add those in and give it a total chocolatey taste, and it's just so satisfying and delicious, and totally going to crave that, or satisfy that sweet tooth craving. I find that if I'm really craving something sweet and I make something like that, because I'm getting the sweetness, it's reducing the cravings, but because I'm using the coconut oil, it's actually reducing the cravings even more. So I'm totally satisfied after that. I don't feel like I need to dive into another piece of chocolate or anything like that. Okay, guys, also let me know what are some of your favorite lattes or favorite coffee drinks that you like to do or drink, and I can maybe help you make them a little bit healthier. I'm trying to think of what else I've got here to talk to you guys about. So when you do want to add sweetness, maple syrup is amazing. You can also use raw honey. do your best to avoid sugar, okay? We don't want that in our diet. This still is a form of sugar. It's just not as processed. It's a more natural sugar. So if you're ever looking for that extra little bit of sweet, this is a great way. So I should actually say that the chocolate, the coconut oil, and the maple syrup together is a really awesome combo. You can even just make yourself a hot chocolate with those ingredients just by steaming the milk and then adding those in and stirring it up and making it super creamy and delicious. What else did I want to talk to you guys about? I think I've actually already covered everything. It goes by really quick when it's just me. I'm used to having my sidekick Ashley here, who's like amazing at jumping in when I start to ramble and get myself all confused. So I'm missing her today. But anyways, like I said, click the link above. You can go to my Instagram story, and it's going to give you a step-by-step version of how I made the matcha latte. And then just remember that you can totally customize it to make it fit your needs and to fit what you like and what you're craving. Every day you get to create something different and try something new. Experiment with it, give it a chance. Like I said, this whole chai thing is a brand new one that I just kind of thought of a couple weeks ago when one of the girls that was doing our 10-day Tighten and Tone challenge, she was testing it out for us, was like, can I get a chai tea latte? Like, I'm really craving one. And at first we were like, no, like, don't get one, just try to fight the craving. And then I thought about it and I'm like, well, I make lattes all the time at home. Why would you not just add the tea bag in and make it work for you? And she absolutely loved it. She added the cinnamon, the maple syrup, and all that stuff. And now it's something that she drinks almost every day, she said. So play around with it and experiment. I know it kind of could seem a little overwhelming and you're thinking to yourself, but I'm so busy in the morning. I don't have time to get all these ingredients out and do this. But think about it this way. If you're going to Starbucks or you're waiting in line at Tim Hortons, how long are you waiting in line for? I've been in there in the morning before, and sometimes I'm waiting 15 minutes just to grab my coffee. This takes me under 5 minutes. So if you have the time, make the change. Your body's going to thank you. Your head's going to feel clearer. You're not going to have that sugar crash at the end of or in the middle of the day, I should say. And you actually will find that you don't need as much caffeine as you normally did because you're not adding the sugar and you're not adding the dairy, or you're adding healthy ingredients like the coconut oil that's going to increase your energy. You're not going to need as much. So one a day might be all that you need when you're used to having 2 or 3 a day. So not only is it going to help you save time because you're not waiting in line, it's going to help you save money, and it's going to help aid in weight loss, and it's going to have increased energy. The benefits are just extraordinary. There's no reason not to give it a try. So let me know, guys. Comment later on. I'll come and check in. Let me know what your favorite ones are. Let me know if you've had any success making these versions for yourself. Go experiment. It's the perfect weather to be drinking lattes and coffee and enjoying the warmness. So experiment, enjoy. Let me know how it goes. I'll talk to you guys soon. Happy Friday. Have a fantastic weekend, and I'll see you next week.